guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the History Tales Live with the Vikings. Today, we're going to be learning about Viking culture, village life, traders, raiders, seafarers, mythology, gods, longboats, sagas, explorers, and the effects the Vikings had on European culture.
Hi everyone, I'm Madison here live in the home of the vicious Vikings within Scandinavia. The Vikings are typically conquerors, raiders, farmers, and settlers. Today I am here in a village along the coast of Scandinavia. As you can see, it is very rural. The women in a Viking society are very valued and are treated as equal to men. They are allowed to own property, fight, and divorce their husbands. They also have a very important job if the men are out fighting. Yes, they are allowed to go on raids with them, but they also can stay home. When they stay home, they're in charge of all the property and the land. And that land is very important to the Vikings because they really don't have a lot of it, and they don't have a lot of wealth either. So it's the women's goal to protect everything that they have. Right now, I am currently inside of an actual Viking home. This home is an example of what women would often try to protect while their husbands were away. Children were also taught how to fight because they needed to learn how to protect the home as well. Children in Viking society were often taught how to fight at such a young age. Viking girls were taught to rule over the household because one day they will be ruling one themselves. Viking boys were taught by their fathers how to use axes and swords in order to protect themselves. An interesting fact about Viking culture is that they're very close with their family members. They serve to protect themselves, and they wish to please the gods at all times. The closer they are, the stronger they fight. That's why they are feared by so many, because they really were compassionate towards each other. Here is a blueprint about a classic Viking home. These homes were often known as longhouses.
Thanks, Maddie. That was very informative. Now, here are some interviews with the raiders, traders, and seafarers of the Viking world.
Here with a local European woman who has recently been invaded by the vicious Vikings. What is your say on this topic? Are you alright, ma'am?
No.
Why? Why are you so upset about this attack? What was it like growing up in a monastery? Was it hard? Were the difficult rules unable to be followed?
Yes, there was very different.
Oh, okay. Did you have to participate in the vow of silence?
Yes, I had to.
What was that like? Was it hard for you?
No, it was pretty easy. And
Wow.
yeah, silent.
So basically God is telling you that your vow of silence is the right answer.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So you live in God's name.
Yes, I do.
Very nice. Very lovely. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And I'm
Thank you
very
for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And I'm very truly sorry about the Viking raid in Lindisfarne. And I hope one day it will be recovered.
Yes.
Thank you. The reason why that woman was so upset is because she was raised in that monastery in Lindisfarne, England. It was the first attack that the Vikings ever had, and it was devastating. They had the intimidation factor, and they never knew that they were coming. It was insane. The Vikings decided to attack Lindisfarne, England because it was a monastery. Monasteries had unprotected gold, and so they decided it would be an easy target. Rapid growth in Scandinavia led to a reduction of the amount of available farmland, and it may have prompted the Viking raids. They continued raiding into the 9th century, with incursions on British, Irish, Frankish, and Mediterranean coastal settlements. Vikings even sailed their longships up rivers to sack inland ports like Dorestad, Hamburg, and Cologne. Danish and Norwegian Vikings established colonies in Ireland, the Shetland and Orkney Islands, the Faroe Islands, Iceland, and Greenland. In the east, Swedish Vikings set up trading centers in western Russia, eastern Belarus, and eastern Ukraine, forging profitable trade routes between the Baltic and Black Seas. It was likely that the Vikings traded slaves they had captured in Russia. They also traded furs, skins, and tusks from Greenland in exchange for silk and spices from the Far East. Silver coins were another common method of payment during the Viking Age. Hi, I'm here today with a Viking.
Hi, how are you?
Very friendly, very polite, actually.
Thanks.
Vikings are very close with their family members, and they're quite compassionate. Is that true?
True.
Okay. Well, why did you raid Linda's farm?
Well, I wanted to expand my empire and gain my wealth.
How did you get over there? I mean, it's the West.
I built great, prestigious ships.
Wow. What does Christian religion mean to you?
Christian religion? About Christianity, because it had nothing to do with my life, so.
Well, thanks for coming.
See you.
Okay. What an amazing interview, guys. Thanks for being on the show. Now, here is the thrilling story about how Viking longboats are created.
Pressure pushing down on me, pressing down on you, no man has fallen.
The selection of the tree for the longboats is a very strenuous process. You never really know which tree will be the strongest just by looking. My family and I, we usually pray to the god for fertility, and it always helps us be strong within our decisions. The gods, they speak to me.
Pressure pushing down on me, pressing down on you, no man has fallen. Under pressure, the burns are building down, strips your family into.
One day, we will all find the right wood from the world tree, and I will die in battle like my forefathers.
Pressure pushing down on me, pressing down on you, no man has fallen. Under pressure, the burns are building down, strips your family into.
Gods have granted me great wishes. I collected all this wood. So proud of myself and my son. We worked so hard for this. And one day, my friend, our ships will be sail long voyages. This wood here is going to be crisscross pattern to create the hull. And on the right side, we will create a steering paddle. And with the leftover remaining wood, we will create oars in order to maneuver our boat throughout the treacherous oceans. And lastly, we will build a dragon head to ward off all the demons and monster spirits living in the ocean. And once we appear to land, everyone will be afraid. Us or us. We use our axes in everyday life. For farming, fighting, pillaging, and even carving our dragon heads for our vicious long ships. We carry our axes everywhere, and it maintains who we are as people. Are not savages. We are warriors. Yes, we are farmers. Yes, we are pillagers. Yes, we only want wealth for our own continent. We discovered many places within the world. We are human beings who care for family. And we always, always respect each other.
One of the greatest achievements of the Vikings was the longships. They had the best ships in all of the time period. The hull was made up of overlapping planks of wood that were held together by iron rivets. They were strong, flexible, and they flowed with the ocean, not against. It did not fight with the ocean. It merely befriended it.